We up here at my crib, 46th floor, Ari on the bay. Please don't come rob me and kill me. I've been here for a long time, but I used to be right over there in that federal detention center. You can't really see it. And then I decided to get disciplined. When I was in prison, I was like, all right, I need to change my life. So I started reading books about people who are successful, because if you want to be successful, you got to look at what other successful people did. So I started reading books. I read The Laws of Success. This girl sent it to me. Shout out Nikki Barantes. Sent me the book, The Laws of Success. So I started reading about it. Started reading about frequencies and vibrations. And I really didn't understand what they were talking about at the time. But I just kept reading. And now, 15 years later, now that I know about frequencies and vibrations and I understand how that works, it's crazy how it all set in and has changed my life for the better. But it all started from a decision. Like, I decided I wanted a better life. And to have a better life, I had to be more disciplined. So I was in prison. So the things that I could do to be more disciplined was working out. So I started working out every day, and what I eat. So I started to really watch my diet. I cut out bread, I cut out rice, I cut out carbs. You know, the natural, when you really don't know what you're doing with nutrition wise, is just cut out bread, rice, carbs and shit like that, sweets. So I remember I would get a pack of tuna. I would put like a tab of mayonnaise and a little hot sauce, and I would eat 6 crackers. Like, I still remember it like it was yesterday. But yeah, I made the decision I had to be disciplined. It was tuna and crackers, it was mackerel and rice. And everyone's like, oh, it's easy to eat good in prison. Like, no, it's really not. They make good shit too. They have other things you can eat. Dudes know how to cook fried rice, this shit, that shit, sweets, cheesecakes. Like, people in there fat as fuck. That's another thing that made me be like, I don't want to be like these people. I don't want to be like these guys. These guys are fat as fuck, out of shape. Everybody jacking their dick every 2 minutes. Like, I didn't jack off for a whole year twice, because I was like, yo, this is crazy the way these dudes live. Like, I don't want to be like that. The desperateness, the lack of self-control, like jacking off to ugly ass fat police ladies, you know what I mean? Like, and the TV comes on, and it was just like, I don't want that for me. It was the biggest eye-opener in my life. Like, going to prison wasn't the eye-opener. It was when I got to prison and I saw all the dudes there, and I started to hear their stories, and I was like, wait, you're just like me. And I had to be like, I'm thankful for my toothbrush, I'm thankful for this pillow, because I was supposed to die. Somebody put a head on me, they tried to kill me. So it was easy to be grateful for those little things, you know what I mean? If I was in that situation, not having a murder fighter on me, I probably would have been a little bit more upset. Like, fuck this shit, I stopped here, da. But I was just so happy to be alive. I was like, you know what, thank God for this. And then when you start to be around a bunch of these dudes, and you hear like they got 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, life sentences. And it's like, yeah, well, I only got 5 years. And we get off the damn 5 years about life is over, this shit sucks. And I realized, like, yo, this is a wake-up call. This isn't an end of life. You know what I mean? A lot of these dudes in here for the rest of their life, they don't have a second chance. I'm going to get a second chance. And what am I going to do with it when I get it? So discipline was the number one thing. Like, I needed to be more disciplined. Now I'm out here known for being disciplined. But working out, making sure you work out every day no matter how you feel. That's discipline. Making sure you read your books every day no matter how you feel. That's discipline. Making sure you meditate every day no matter how you feel. That's discipline. Make sure you eat the right things no matter how you feel. That's discipline. Make sure you get up. The number one thing you start building this is get up early. Like, start getting up early every single day. That'll make you more disciplined. And then just like anything else, like once you lift 5 pounds in the easy lightweight, that becomes too easy. Start to lift 10, 15 pounds. So once the waking up becomes the end, that shit never gets easy. If you're waking up at 4 a.m., that shit never gets easy. But when you're ready to move on to the next thing, and it's like 5 a.m. big workout. So that's 3 discipline things. So if you're doing 3 different activities every single day, that's more discipline. Discipline is like a muscle, just like 5 to 10 pounds. But the more it starts to grow when you start to use it more. And then you can start applying into other areas. Your family body. Now I make sure I see my family once a week. Like, this is that, no matter what. You got to set goals for yourself and set targets and follow up that. And that's how you become more disciplined. And the goals you're setting, you know, are going to improve your life. So if you're doing what you're supposed to do and hitting those goals and being disciplined, you're going to have a better life. That's why they say that is the ice form. Because if you can delay that gratification, that instant dopamine, that instant high, that instant rush for something later on that's better for you, and you'll have a better life. But most people aren't disciplined enough to delay the gratification. They need it now. They gotta have it now. They gotta have it today. I gotta have sex today. I gotta smoke crack today. I gotta feel good today. I gotta, like, tomorrow's not promised and it may never come. But if you can't think down the road, then you're never gonna have the life you want. And if you're not disciplined with your activities and your habits, then you're never gonna have the life you want, unless you want a whack ass life. And people say they want that, but that's just insecurities. You know what I mean? Like, oh no, I don't care about that. I don't care about that.
That's just straight up being insecure. I know people say they don't care, and nowadays, not to care for some reason. What's the like that prayer? Like everybody's, I don't care, because they're scared to fail. They're scared that someone's gonna make fun of them when they fail, or they're gonna look bad, or they're gonna get judged. And that's fine. Judge me all day. I don't care. I'm gonna keep failing. I'm gonna keep failing. I'm gonna keep failing, because that means I'm going for something big. If I can't do it, then I learn it. I figure out how to do it. Like when I first got out, I didn't really know how to train like that. You know what I mean? Like I worked out a lot in prison, but I didn't know how to train. I had never been to the gym. But I started studying. I started looking up to the people I looked up to and be like, hey, what should I lead? What should I read? What should I study? What should I learn? And I started doing that. And boom, 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 boom. And it was like, do I want to go to a party or do I want to go take this course? Okay, what's going to be better for me long term? Like the course. Okay, if I'm trying to master my craft and be a better trainer, it's the course. If I'm trying to have fun and feel good and be happy, it would be the party. But the discipline in me said, fuck the party, go to the thing. Discipline, 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 discipline. You're going to be ahead in life because there's so many people who are doing it, and there's so many people who aren't disciplined. So you can get it together and get up early, read, work out, pray, hydrate, nutrition, exercise. So I walk to 25,000 steps a day. That builds discipline. That's maybe 5% body fat. I get to come up with a lot of thoughts on these walks, and I handle calls, and I get to do different shit because I choose activities that are good for me because I'm disciplined. The more disciplined you are, the better life you'll have. Discipline, the highest form of self-love. And to put it there for me, like I was in 65 months federal prison, drug dealer. I had no skills. I barely finished high school. I still don't have any skills. My only skill is I train people. The only reason I'm good at that is because I really care. Like I care. Now I'm one of the best trainers in the world. Maybe not the best trainer in the world. I got the best gym in Miami. I'm about to open another gym. I'm able to support my family. I'm the leader of the community. Before, it was like, part of my name was like, we'll talk about it, but talkingly, it was like, you know what I mean? Like, they were embarrassing me. You know what I mean? Even though they love me so much, they were never really. But it used to hurt them when other people would talk about me because they had to accept the fact that I was doing so bad and I was in prison and I wasn't doing things that they raised me to do. And being disciplined took me from that worthless, embarrassment, degenerate of a person into this leader of the community. Inspires people and leads people every day and literally changes people every day and helps them become better versions of themselves by becoming stronger, practicing discipline, working out every day. And it's the best feeling in the world because I don't know why, but I know I vibrate at a higher frequency now to go back to all that stuff. And it all started with discipline. Like, just be disciplined, highest form of self-love, be disciplined, please. Peace out.